Welcome to Prevent Your Adventure, and tonight I am in North Providence, Rhode Island, on the recommendation of JP Surf, and I am at Twins Pizza. And I've known about Twins Pizza for a long time. I used to work with a guy, Ken Thoreau, who this was his favorite pizza place. He was originally from the, I think, Cumberland, Rhode Island area. I'm not, Pawtucket maybe. And this was his favorite pizza place, and I've known about it for a number of years, but I've never come, basically, and I'm sorry, Ken, I don't know if you ever watched me or not, but I'm going to throw you under the bus here, because his second favorite pizza place was Pizza Hut. So he kind of lost some of his credibility with that one. But I'm here, so Ken, after all those years, here I am. JP Surf is the guy that got me here. And what I got, let me show you what I got. I got my meatballs, and their large pepperoni pizza is pretty darn large. So, trying lighting in a different way. It's something going on with my hands. I can't grip to get the grip thing on there, so I got them sitting on the light, sitting on something else. So, I think it looks a little harsher than it might normally. Oh my gosh, I can't even use my fork to cut through the meatballs because this old age. Still waiting for the golden part of these golden years, but part of it is these meatballs are seriously solid. Seriously solid. And hopefully that's in the best possible way. Alright, meatball. Nice solid texture. Nice flavor. Man, that's a solid meatball. There's no filler in there as far as I can tell. Nicely done. So this is a thicker crust pizza, and made in a pan, I'm quite sure. Their regular size is like a round one, but if you get the large, it's this rectangle. Nice crust, a little bit of crisp down there. Not really getting a sauce taste. But it's not overpowering cheese either, so I'm not sure. It sure is a nice feeling pizza. Nice texture, nice crust. There's some sauce. It's a nice sauce. And it could be just me, because many times in my life, it's been just me. Okay. Let me finish the meal, come back. Got a little history about the place, very little, but I'll share what I got when I come back, and we'll give it a review, a final score. All right, final thoughts here at Twins Pizza on Mineral Springs Avenue, I think the busiest road in Rhode Island. I think it was at one point. I don't know if it still is. Here in North Providence, Rhode Island. Sorry, allergies. I thought they'd be gone by this time of year, but still around. Anyhow, so meatballs. Solid meatballs. Nice texture. Sometimes when you get them that solid, they're chewy. These were not chewy. Nice sauce. Nice flavor. The pizza. Nice crust. It's a Sicilian style crust, so it's a thicker crust. I don't know what I was talking about because I kept eating, and man, that sauce really shone through, and it's a really nice sauce on there. Nice amount of cheese, didn't overpower the sauce. Good pepperoni. Just all good round food. Good, nice guy inside. Very busy. When I called, it was an hour wait to get my pizza, so I hung around for an hour out in the parking lot. And I went in and it wasn't quite ready, but they were pretty close to being on the right time. Talking to the guy, really nice guy, and come to find out this place has been in this family for 64 years. There was a couple that started it, and he introduced me to the daughter who was right there working the front. She runs it now. Claimed she was 164, but she sure didn't look 164. She just laughed at the guy. So, nice people. Been in the family, like I said, 64 years. Parents and now the daughter. Just always busy, it seems like, which is a good thing. And they had awards up there, voted #1 pizza. I don't know if it was in Rhode Island or the area. I didn't look at it probably as closely as I should have. Plenty of seating inside, plenty of parking. Nice experience. Enjoyable. Good food. So let's give it a score. Excuse me. Thick crust is not my jam, but I recognize when it's done well. And there'll be no saying, well, it's not the kind of pizza I like, so we're going to take points off. It was good. It was very good. This is one of the times where when it has a big following, I think I understand. I don't think I know I understand why, because it's done well here. And I believe it's a full-service restaurant. You can get meals, they had soup of the day, all kinds of stuff. So let's give it a score. Zero to 10. Would I come back? Yeah, I would, because I enjoyed it. Would I recommend it? Yeah. So let's go 9.1. Really nicely done here. Twins Pizza. Thanks to JP Surf. North Providence, Rhode Island, where I'm at. Extra shout out to Ken Thoreau. Thoreau. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. Just called him Ken all the time. So he was right about this place. He just told me Pizza Hut was his second, and I couldn't take him seriously after that. But this one was quite good. So, quick little story, throwback story. I got an email from a college professor that I had when I was in college. If you recall, those of you who've been with me for a while, I went to college when I was like 38, 39, 48. I did it in 3 years. I did 4 years worth in 3 years. I went summers, I went winters, I went everywhere I could just to get it done. I was a married man with family, and I needed to get done with college and back to work. So I was closer in age to my professors than I was to the students I was sitting there with. So I got an email from the professor, and it just got me thinking about another professor. I was a math major, so I was hanging out with all these math guys who were far, far, far more intelligent than I could ever claim to be. And I had this one guy I hung out with, a professor, little guy originally from Bangladesh, Mizan Khan. And these guys liked taking me to math talks. I don't know why, but I went to one at Holy Cross in Worcester. I went to one, I don't know, I went the one I'm thinking of, I went to I think it was at UMass. It was in the Amherst area, and I'm guessing UMass, but there's other colleges there, so I'm not quite sure. But what I remember is my little buddy from Bangladesh thought it would be funny to take me to an Indian restaurant. And I thought I could handle hot food. He says, I'll order. That's like great. So he orders curry of some type. And it came out, and he just laughed at me. He ate it up like it was nothing, and I was dying. The heat was unbelievable. I thought I could handle hot till that day. I kind of gave up eating hot after that day. So my guy Mizan, who got me to eat some very small amounts of I think there was other stuff there that I ended up having, but man, that stuff was brutal. Mizan was quite the guy. He told me a story about going back to visit his mother, who still lived in Bangladesh, and he hired a guy. It was like a bicycle rickshaw type thing, and so the guy pedaled him wherever, and the guy told him how much it was, and he paid him, and his mother got upset because he didn't barter with the guy, and he says, when you do the exchange rate, it turned out that I paid the guy 25 cents. How can I barter over that? It makes sense. Mizan, also the worst driver I've ever ridden with. Imagine a guy, you get in a car and he says to you, it was a state car, so he had to drive. He says, if I get too close to the guardrails, let me know. It's like, what? That was quite the ride. Anyhow, Mizan, went to the Woodstock Fair with him. Mizan, we did some stuff together. I like Mizan a lot. So, I think he's in Iowa now, if I'm not mistaken. He moved to Iowa, where he has a son. Twins Pizza, North Providence, Rhode Island. Thanks to JP Surf. Apologies to Ken Thoreau. 9.1.